So today I'm going to show you how you can take a long format piece of content from YouTube, perhaps a long video that's informative or a podcast, and turn that into a blog article. Now there's many reasons why people like to do this. Perhaps they speculate on a series of podcasts and then they turn that into informative information that they can then share with their audience. Perhaps you have a podcast of your own, or you're getting into making long format content and you want to be able to share that in a blog format with a readership or on social media. Well, today I'm going to show you how we can quickly do that. I hope that you draw a lot of value from this video, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you find it useful. Let's begin. So here we have the scenario. So let me just quickly walk through that. We have the RSS feed, which is pulling an RSS from the RSS app. It's pulling this YouTube channel. So you can see here, we have a lot of content that's coming from this YouTube channel. I can actually filter this content as well, such as I might not want certain shorts. I can filter it here so I can actually hide the content that I don't want. But today I'm not going to do that. I just want to quickly show you how to do this very easily, very simply. So after we've grabbed the RSS feed, the information from the YouTube channel, we will then need to utilize Zero Code Kit. So Zero Code Kit is a cloud-based server where you can run Python scripts. It does a lot more than that. For example, if we look here, we can also translate content from picture with AI, translate a text, all kinds of like super cool stuff. It really is very sophisticated, but it's simple to use, and that's why we're going to use it today. But in today's video, I'm going to have to run a Python code. And what this Python code will do is grab the transcript from one of the YouTube videos in this RSS feed here, and it will turn it into a blog article with this ChatGPT. So just to give you an insight here, this is quite a sophisticated piece of code, but you can develop this with ChatGPT. So I actually wrote this script with ChatGPT so that when we come to the next module, you'll see here, we can see the result. It says result, and then it has the script. Now I said create the blog by removing the small talk. And that's because when we do a podcast, like within this RSS feed, you know, not all of the information is useful. Some of it is fun, some of it is communicative. It's not all super serious, which is what makes podcasts really entertaining to listen to, that it's a human interaction. So to make the blog and really give people information that they might be able to find valuable or functional, we're going to remove that small talk for the purpose of making a super refined blog. After removing the small talk, we want to turn it into a coherent blog post. Now, I have actually set another GPT module to improve this by adding additional information around the topic, such as the guest of the podcast might have formerly worked for a certain company. Maybe I want the index data within OpenAI to color that in so that we understand, okay, this person used to work at Airbnb or they used to work at Uber. Maybe we need a bit of contextual information about that. So it's just not hard-hitting facts that you might not understand, and it will color it in and give it some content so that when you read the blog article, it is somewhat understandable. Okay, so it's not just coherent in what it says, but it's something that's very readable. Okay, I don't want the title in the body, and I want the blog to summarize the top 5 learnings of the podcast at the end of the blog. I mean, that's super cool, right? You can get takeaways and action them. From there, I need to create the title. So we're going to create a short title based on the blog content, and then we're going to generate an image. Usually I would create a prompt with Airtable, but for this one, I'm just going to say HypeWorks Marketing Podcast, simply because it doesn't need to be fancy. This blog is going to be used on a website and in a newsletter, so we can just have a standard image to save time when creating the blog. And then from there, we will also create 10 social media posts. We might want some social media posts that go along with it so that we can share it. After there, we will create the blog content. Just to let you know, the name I've added as a timestamp, so that when we come to the Google Drive folder, we can search it by the date, and we've got the title so we know which article aligns with which podcast. We've then got the content, and I want to output this into the HypeWorks blog folder, which is here, and then we will just put it in there. The image I will also want in the same folder. And again, I've put the timestamp. So to get the timestamp, you just go into this function here in the calendar and you press the variable of timestamp, upload it, and the source files to convert the file into this folder. And then again here, social media posts with the date and title. So if we just give that a quick run. Okay, so now it's run. Let's check the results. Okay, pretty exciting. Okay, so we can see here, this has picked out episode 26 of the HypeWorks podcast. That's with Alex Kantrovitz, who is a CNBC news anchor. I present that with me and Alex McGregor, 26th episode. We had Alex on there. He used to work at BuzzFeed, which is fantastic, and his newsletter has over 165,000 subscribers. Alex is a real player within the big technology space. Okay, so he interviews everyone. I think he's even interviewed Elon Musk as well as Mark Zuckerberg, a very knowledgeable person. So I highly recommend you check out that podcast. It looks like it's done a fantastic job of summarizing that episode, and it's given the top 5 learnings about the podcast. So we can see here, Alex's experience with a fake podcast, okay, underscores the importance of trustworthy platforms. So we actually had Alex on the podcast because a fake podcast had tried to get him on and actually scam him. So that's why he joined the HypeWorks podcast. He's also then talking about the role of adapting and AI and sustainable growth to building his newsletter, as well as unique value propositions about what AI can do versus what AI can't do. Okay, that's fantastic. So please do check that out. A few improvements that I will make on the second run here is to include all of these hyperlinks below so that when this is published, people can actually go and click that on. So there's the next improvement. Let's look at the image. Super cool. Okay, that works. Doesn't need to be better than that. And the social media copy. Okay, so it's given us a few different ones. Twitter, LinkedIn, it's given different tones. That's absolutely fantastic. So you can see we can share this information across many different platforms. Super, super awesome. That's how we turn a YouTube video that's in long format into something that's functional, such as a blog or social media post. You can also make it go automatically out of your social media channels or put it onto your WordPress blog. I've done a few different videos on how to do that. If you just click up here, you'll be able to see a video which shows you how you can actually automatically upload it to a WordPress or social media post. As always, have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video.